But no, Howie's been really good. He's getting bigger. We still don't know exactly what he is yet. We haven't got the DNA test yet or whatever. But we took him disc golfing this weekend and he did really well. He's for a 5-month-old puppy, he listens. Like we let him off leash. And he just followed right along with us and didn't try too much to chase the frisbees. So that was good. We pretty much bring him everywhere with us though. So he's very well like socialized and stuff and likes to go along with things and he's so cute. He'll go sit by like the door and just kind of like plop down by it when he has to go outside. And so he'll just sit by the door. So it's nice. He lets us know. So yeah, it's been good.
So cute. Oh yeah. How's your puppy doing, Amanda?
He's good. He's just hanging out. Just hanging out. He's actually being good for once, which is weird. For a second.
It's like
For a
when's he gonna
second,
stop?
yeah.
How and Amanda, you're 3 weeks out this weekend?
No, I was. So I'm 2.5 now, or
Two and
whatever
a
you
half.
want to
Okay.
Okay. So coming into this week, 2.5 weeks out. So, um, how are you feeling versus like last preps, things like that? Like, how's this one been different so far? I mean, we kind of know already, but just a little update.
Yeah. So I would say it's not too bad. Like we're pushing a little bit harder now. So I'm definitely feeling it for sure. Like I'm tired. Yeah, just like the normal prep feels. But normally I feel worse than this, like 16 weeks out. So I will take it. Um, so yeah, I mean, just the normal kind of fatigue. Why is this so fucked up? Okay. Normal fatigue and just kind of like a little bit of just like not fully present. But that could also partly, I think part of that too is the Nolvadex. And I do not like how Yohimbine makes me feel either, which I'm taking. So
Mm,
it just, I don't know, like it makes me more jittery than the Clen does. I don't like it. Like it's, oh,
I've seen that happen to some people too, where
Yeah.
they like either get a little more anxious or like jittery or just kind of feel like on edge a little bit. So yeah, I feel that.
yeah.
That doesn't really happen to me, with Yohimbine, but I've seen that happen to people too. So that's a bummer.
Yeah. I would have to take about 10 pills before I ever felt anything, but I totally understand what you mean. Yeah.
Like, so I don't.
I have a girl though who's taking Clen, and she said she actually feels like better in the gym, like she can breathe better.
Mm,
Which makes a
hmm
lot of sense because clenbuterol was used as like an asthma medication when
hmm
it first came out, so it will open up the lungs. And like if you guys know, like albuterol is what's used in like the
Asthma.
what?
Asthma patient. It's asthma. So I had it as a kid.
Yeah.
So albuterol. So you wear almost like the Darth Vader mask, and you just kind of sit there for about 30 minutes or so, and do that maybe once or twice a day, and it helps open up the pathways. So even as a 6-year-old, yes, I was taking albuterol.
Tira has to take it
I
for her
wasn't
asthma.
jacked though. Wasn't shredded. So, but yeah,
I
so it
would hope
definitely
not at
helps.
6 years old.
Yeah, no, I had a sports induced asthma for a long time. And then actually
Okay.
it was once I got healthy and started working out and everything, I no longer have asthma.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Um, so Amanda, you have some competitors coming up too that are going to compete soon, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
how
And
many do you have?
probably, um, I have two for sure. I think will be in the August timeframe.
Okay.
Um, God, I'm trying to, do I have more than that? I don't think so. I'm like, wait, I
Looking
had
at the rest of the year.
to do what?
Looking at the rest of the year, so past August, or who's even is there anyone that's even sooner?
No,
August.
definitely no.
Okay.
I may have another one doing nationals in
hmm
December. We will kind of like just play it by ear a little bit. We're kind of doing a pre-prep dieting phase right now to kind of get her ready for a prep. So, I mean, I see that going forward, everything's always tentative though, right? Until you like for sure start everything. Um,
Hmm.
But yeah, I have two girls competing around the August timeframe, just kind of depending on how schedules go, and when they're ready, to be honest. But yeah, they're looking great. One of them, it's her first ever show. The other one, it's her second season with me. So really excited to see the growth and the improvements. She did great. Her first season, she won all of her classes at her first show. So, and it was like a decent competitive show. Um, all of her bikini classes. She did wellness also, which I told her she was going to be way too small for, and she knew that. So I think she got second in a couple of the wellness classes because her shape and everything was beautiful. She's just small.
Mhm.
We're just shooting for bikini now because that's really what her physique is made, her structure and everything, and the size she has right now is made for. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited for them. They're both beautiful, and they're going to be awesome. The other girl who it's her first show ever, she's got a really good foundation of muscle. Like she's been training for years and years. Um,
Awesome.
it's just her first, it's her first season prepping for a show. So it'll be really, really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Are they both local clients or elsewhere?
Yeah, they're both local.
Awesome. Awesome. That's always fun. So then you can really make sure that you can make it there because you're around the area. So that's always helpful too.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a lot less stressful that way, especially a first time competitor. And luckily, like the girl who it's her first show, she's been around the industry and her boyfriend is a competitor. So
She kind of knows.
yeah, like she's
Mhm.
she's pretty familiar in like, the local area. Like the expediters know who she is. And like, so, they would take care of her. For some reason, I wasn't.
That's nice.
God willing, I'm not still competing in August. So
Right. No, I get it. I'm kind of glad that we've like pulled back a little bit on like, well, not pulled back, but we've decided that we're gonna wait till next spring to compete because thinking about going into like full on keep prepping like throughout this summer was having me like super stressed out because I was like, I have all this travel coming up and like I got how many shows I got to go to and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to have to focus on myself and just be like and miss things and then get anxious about it when my clients need my help. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait and like we'll focus on them and then go into it. And just physique wise too, like I just think I need just a little bit more time. So and for the shows that I want to do too, just wanted to wait a little bit longer and have more to choose from versus waiting to the end of the year and having like two shows to pick from and that's it. So yeah, but I'll have five. I'll have five competing so far this summer. So four local and then one girl in South Carolina. So that's exciting. Um,
Will you be traveling to their shows?
I'm not going to the South Carolina show because that's just her first show. She's already nationally qualified, but we wanted to just do like a one of uh like a like a practice run basically and just see how she's gonna look, she's coming in a lot better than she did the last time. So we're gonna do that and then she's gonna do USA's. And then we have four that are competing in a Wisconsin show at the end of June, so we'll go to that because it's within driving distance. And then we're gonna go to the Twin Cities for another show and then I will go to USA's. Me and Tyler both will go to USA's at the end of July for her, and then maybe one other person if they qualify and stuff. So yeah, I have kind of a cool roster this year. I have two figure, two wellness, which Amanda is doing one of the posings for, so that's super helpful. And then one classic physique. So that's kind of exciting that I have kind of a mix of people too.
Oh,
that's
that's really cool.
So
hell yeah.
we have a busy summer, which is fine. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm not going to be trying to prep myself through all of that because I just don't want to have to worry about that and just everything else on top of it. So I'm just gonna wait. So that's all I got for updates.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Well, there we go. We're done. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, see you guys later. That's all we got.
Bye.
No, but really, I mean, we can just go right into talking about the whole like the thing that's been on Instagram that everyone's talking about lately because Arnold boosted the open prize money to 750K. Um, so yeah, I guess where do we want to start with that?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Everyone's
okay.
making a big hoopla about it.
I know it. I think the hard thing is none of us know the numbers as far as what, like the exact numbers that the female competitors bring in to the show. You know what I mean? And that's a really hard one. It's a hard one to gauge because there's a lot that goes into that, right? Like if we're looking at, let's say specifically the Arnold and the Olympia with the expo and all of that stuff going in, not talking about local shows, not local, sorry, pro qualifying shows. Oh my God. Shows that qualify you for the Olympia. So not talking about those, just the big expo shows. You're guys are gonna have to bear with me here, okay? My brain,
You're good. You're
not
good.
brain. So it's hard to gauge exactly what funnels money in where. Like we have the live stream tickets, the purchases and the actual tickets, right? But then you have like competitors that are bringing people into the expo and the lines and paying for the meet and greets and all that good stuff. The hard thing is we've all been to a lot of these shows, and once those big men divisions are done, nope, there's not at nearly as many people for the female divisions. Now, I will say bikini still does draw a crowd for sure, but not the same. So do I think they should get the same or similar prize money? No, absolutely not. That wouldn't make any sense at all. I do think there's a lot of room for conversation for how big the discrepancy is though, like the gap between, I'm just going to speak to like bikini because that's the division I compete in, right? Um, the difference between that division, you know what I mean? Like I'd want, like, is the income is that discrepancy the same? You know what I mean? Is that even how they're basing the prize money on? I don't know exactly how they decide what division gets how much prize money. There's so many things I just don't know. So for me to have an opinion on it's really tough because there's a lot I don't know about the behind the scenes portions of this. Like obviously the men's open should get the most by far. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Do I think there's still room for these other divisions to get more? Possible, very, very likely. I just don't know how they determine those things.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you, and I think that we're all in agreement basically. And I mean, I can speak on like the figure side of it because figure isn't even at the Arnold. So it's like there's nothing. And so I saw Jasmine Shire posted a really good post about just like we just want to see it at the table. Like we just want a chance to compete. Like why is it called the second biggest show? And it's based on attendance, that's why. But how is that like the second best competition when not all the divisions are there? And that's where it's like, in my opinion, where don't even like just have all the divisions. Like you already mark it down to like what 10 um per class or whatever anyway. So it's not like it's gonna go as long as the Olympia anyways either. But in my mind, how can it be called the second, like the top two show in the world when you don't even have all the divisions there? So that's my thing with it. And not even like prize money too. Like it's just give everyone the chance to compete there. Like why is there a choice between like certain divisions and not having other ones, because it's like everyone works hard, everyone wants to be there, so it's like why can't you just have all the divisions? Like that's my biggest thing with it, I guess.
And I
Well,
wouldn't
Arnold,
say, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a money issue either, because
Clearly
that
not.
it's clearly not a money issue, which is their argument in the past for getting rid of women's bodybuilding to getting rid of women's figure for the Arnold. I mean, the reason he started the Arnold Expo was so that it would be all inclusive of other sports. And how is that meeting your mission model if you're removing every single female division
except for
from the
bikini
Arnold,
and wellness.
except for bikini and
Well, and
wellness?
fitness.
And well, rumor it might go away, but there was the other, you can't use their argument. So any way you look at it, it doesn't work. And the other thing too is that it's a difficult conversation because I agree with Fuad's statement where you should not dictate where someone puts their money. But with Shire's comment, she makes the right argument as well. Is if you're going to be putting on a show and say that the Arnold is competing against the Olympia, then you should have every division.
Mhm.
So I can't say, how Arnold spends his money. He can do whatever he wants. But if you're going to say it's going to be the best in the world, then show up like it is.
Right. And like the sponsors, this is the thing though, the sponsors determine the prize money, not necessarily Arnold. Because when they announced like the official sponsor of the wellness division was Wolfpack or whatever, that's where they get the money from, not necessarily like Arnold's like, we're gonna put this much here and this much here and like whatever. Maybe a little bit of, like just kind of talking to certain sponsors for certain divisions kind of thing. But that's more so of like how the prize money is determined. So I agree that like it shouldn't be like you should allocate prize money like all evenly, because that was like Linda Murray's argument. Like she made a big post about like, and I didn't really care for her post anyways. Like on like Fuad's podcast, he showed it too, and like she was also like matter of factly of like about followers and stuff, and I was like, that doesn't even make sense. One about the followers thing, like because there's nothing to do with shows either. So yeah, I don't know. I just didn't really agree with what she said. I just think if you're gonna call it the like competing with the Olympia as like the biggest show, you should have all the divisions there. And like he used to have like Fuad also made a good comment. He's like he used to have women's figure international, and like
Mhm.
he kind of brought that to the US, which was great. But then like why get rid of it? So I don't know. That's just kind of it's just my gripe about it, I guess.
Well, I think he gets rid of, he doesn't like those divisions. That's
Right.
why. Sarah Villegas offered to sponsor the prize money for figure and he still said no.
See, that's just
He
crazy.
doesn't like, he does not like, he's okay. Everybody else needs to understand there are so many incredible contributions Arnold has made to a bodybuilding. Obviously, 1000
Yes.
can't be denied. His relationship to women, though, is a little bit different. I've never met him personally. All I can go off of is what I've seen and heard. A lot of competitors have made, like females have made statements of him like completely objectifying them backstage, making really gross comments. I've heard him make really gross comments on stage. Like just making them feel like, well, he didn't make them feel, just saying things that are really inappropriate.
Mhm. Well, that's why he can't talk anymore on the stage.
I know. So let's just
Yeah.
put what it is,
Hmm.
or what I think it is. I think he just doesn't like the more muscular women's divisions because he likes bikini and wellness more. As he said, he's drooling over them. Those are
Hmm.
his words. So I really think he doesn't like those other more muscular divisions. And that's why he doesn't have him there, because he's been like, people have said like, no, people have offered to completely financially sponsor those divisions. So that way it's not even money thing for him. I just don't think he wants them there. He doesn't want to promote muscular, like that level of muscularity. He just wants bikini and wellness there.
Hmm. And that's the other argument is that, well, it's his show. He's the promoter. Like the promoter
Yeah.
gets to pick. So that's the argument to it, which is like totally valid, 100% valid. He just doesn't want to have it. But I guess it's just,
It's a bummer.
yeah, it's a huge bummer because it's just, it, how do I say it? Like, it kind of makes it okay that like us women are objectified in the sport, because he's picking his favorites and like it's looked at as such a great prestigious show and all this stuff. But yet, like, women are just looked at as drooling over, or like the glutes or whatever, you know, and it's just kind of like it's kind of shitty, like because we put in so much work for this and like we dedicate our lives to this thing, and it's like that's what we get. It's just you have nice ass.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. Like the thing is there's a lot of things at play there. And like he's never come out and said, I don't like these women's divisions.
Right.
The only thing is you're not really left with anything else because the financial aspect of it has pretty much been resolved, and that people have said they're willing to sponsor it and pay for it. And he still said no. So I don't really know, like, what downside would there be then if it's not costing you anything? That there isn't. I mean, there's maybe things I don't understand about this, but I mean, the only way to stop that, I guess, is just for people to not compete or go to the Arnold. I mean, if that's something that they feel like really strongly about. And I totally understand that. Like I feel like what a bummer to, like, let's say you're a figure or women's physique competitor. What a bummer to miss out on the opportunity to compete at one of the, like, the second most important show of the year. You know what I mean? Like having the honor or title of placing at the Arnold or winning the Arnold in your because their division's not even offered anymore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
such a shame
Yep.
to hold those divisions back. You know what I mean?
Yep. And
Right.
it's
I think, go ahead.
sorry, you go.
Yeah, no, I think in one of the ways to counter that is to demand more from the sport too, because it can be other shows. It doesn't have to, I mean, yes, the Arnold is at that same level of the Olympia, but why not counter it with our current pro show lineup by having more competitors at the shows, showing that there is a demand, say like for figure, I want to see more competitors at the shows that we have year round to go counter that being, hey, we have this large market and you're missing out on a huge portion of women that also want to compete as well. So it's also the other argument too is like you can't demand people for their eyes, but you can give them something to talk about. So keep showing up.
Yeah, I agree with that. And just like supporting too, like what you want to support. Like,
Mhm,
um, for example, like Pittsburgh Pro is going to be up
mhm,
there now, and because they have the first year of the expo, it's going to grow more. They have all the divisions. So guess what? Like me being figure, first thing I said is like I want to do Pittsburgh next year because that's the
mhm.
third biggest show, but the second to me because I can actually do it. So like you bet your ass I'm going to go support that show because they have all the divisions there, and
And
they're
can we just talk about the production quality
oh, it's
compared, like
amazing.
they outshined the New York Pro.
Yeah.
Like usually it's like orange stage, soldier, sailors, and arena. You can't really see unless you're actually there in the seating to see how amazing these physiques are. But the quality of the live stream and the quality of the people that they had for the commentators at the Pittsburgh Pro, I'm sorry, it made the New York Pro put to shame. Like they really ruined their chance to come back against the Pittsburgh Pro.
Well,
So
especially with New York being like the week after.
yeah, it's always been like
Yeah.
that. It's always
Yeah.
been like that. But
Yeah.
their production quality has always sucked. And they need to do something about that if they actually want to have more viewership. I can't tell you how many people message me and they're like, "Oh, are you watching the New York Pro live stream because it sucks, or I can't get on, or blah blah blah." And I'm
Oh,
like, "Sorry, I'm in the middle of West Virginia. I could care less." But at the same time, it's like if you really want viewership, I always know I'm not going to purchase that live stream just because it's just known now to be bad
mhm.
quality. But with Pittsburgh and the Olympia, you know you're getting your quality for what you pay for.
Yeah, I didn't think Pittsburgh was even that bad. Like I think I paid $50 for the whole weekend to watch it. So
No,
that
that's
wasn't
nothing.
bad. But no, like I was saying, just support what you want to support. Like being that like Pittsburgh is a show I do want to do next year, probably won't go to the Arnold anyways, just because it's going to be too close and just don't want to spend the money on it. And, Arnold's also said some things before just about America or whatever. That's just been a little controversial and whatnot too. So, just support the things you want to support and that you believe in and that match your morals and stuff. And then that will show. at some point. And I know that they mentioned too about doing like a women's day and then like a men's day and seeing the like differences in attendance. But again, I don't think that's going to really make a big difference because like people are going to buy both days too. So, and also depending on the day that it is, no matter what, they're going to put the men on Saturday. So they're going to get more people to come that day because it's not a Sunday. People aren't traveling. Friday, people are still at work sometimes, so they're not going to go to the women's, compared to the men. So it's just, it's tough to like, and honestly, like, I don't think it's ever going to be completely equal either.
No, I don't think it should be equal.
No, no. I mean, if you look at all the cost to compete anyways, like for one, open men's bodybuilders, how much food they have to eat, like in off-season prep, like all that kind of stuff. Like it's a ton. They have to eat so much food. They have more drugs they gotta take, they have more you know, more things like that, like they gotta do. So in all reality, like they are putting a lot more, I don't want to say it like this. They're putting a lot more into it, but like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say like that women aren't or anything like that. Like we work just as hard, but like,
It's more of a financial investment on their
yeah,
part.
yeah, yep. So it's like, I don't know. You got to kind of look at it that way too. And like, yeah, I definitely didn't want to come into this being like all like a feminist, like, oh, women equal rights, like all that kind of stuff. Cause it's like, it's just, it's not going to be equal, you know?
No, and I mean, I don't know. I just think, well, because like men's physique doesn't get a ton of prize money. I don't know that it's like a gender thing necessarily. I think it's just a division thing, like
Mhm.
which division he wants to promote, and the open guys should get by far the most, and then classic. Um, which I get. I mean, I totally get it. I get both sides, and I don't get her stating that. I don't think Linda said this, but I don't agree that women should get the same. Like that's absurd.
Yeah,
They
no.
don't bring nearly the same amount. But like I said, I mean, though, I think bikini, they bumped it to 25 grand. Is that
Okay.
right? And then the
I don't know.
men's open went to 750.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think there's maybe an argument for maybe a little bit more wiggle room on the discrepancy. You know what I'm saying? Like the gap, like maybe women, like maybe bikini could get 40 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of where I'm at with it. I feel like we've kind of run the gamut.
Yeah, it's a tough thing for sure, but I mean, the numbers don't lie in audience standards where we do it ourselves. As soon as the men's physique is on stage, I walk out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we do it ourselves, but we can't say the same for figure. We can't say the same for fitness or bikini because people stay. People come in to watch that, like ourselves.
Hmm.
Um, and even people we talk to. No, I don't believe that the prize money should be equal. No, it's very different. And also, you have to think of career lifespans, between the different divisions. It's very different. It's very, very different. Also, what are they giving back into sponsorships? Obviously, that doesn't dictate, what you should win in prize money or sponsorships or payment or things like that, but it's a overall contribution to the sport overall. And how are you going to get more seats in the audience? Well, you got to give them something to talk about, and we're not seeing it in some divisions too.
Hmm.
Yeah, harsh world out there, but it's true.
Don't
We
be
still
pan.
love it.
But yeah, we can go off of that topic because there's been so much on it now and just like all the attention given to it.
Oh,
So
you know what's been driving me crazy?
what?
Mm.
I mean, it's a short drive, let's be honest. No, I'm just kidding. Not driving me crazy, but I guess I don't know how you guys talk to your clients about. I mean, I guess I kind of do because the three of us talk about it, but I feel like people just have this expectation, just thinking about competing and everything, that everything's just going to happen like in a couple years. Like I'm just going to grow all this muscle in a couple years, and then in
Mhm.
those couple years, they're like fucking around for part of it and just like not being on their shit. And then they're like, well, I want to be this. And I just don't think people have a grasp on what the standard is in the NPC and the IFBB for these divisions. Like, I think people have a very large misconception about, for example, like what bikini is, what figure is, what wellness is. Like, it's wild the density these ladies and guys have. And I will say, I say it like over and over and over again, but it doesn't, I'm like, are you guys not looking at pros? Like, are you not, this is another thing I could go off about, like not educating yourself on the sport you're trying to get into. Like having no idea who the competitive pros are. I'm not saying you need to know every single person's name and age and blah, 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 but not even paying attention to the information that Tyler Mannion puts out, not looking at following pros and listening to what their feedback is and seeing what they're changing show to show and following these, whether you're a guy or a girl, like following these competitors, because a lot of these competitors will post like what the judges' feedback was, you know, what they did differently, how their off season's going, how their prep's going. Like this is information. This is like you understanding your division, understanding your sport. And so the people just don't even fucking pay attention. I'm like, you guys.
It's I know exactly what you're talking about because they follow all these little influencers that do like one or two shows. They have like a pretty like mid physique kind of thing, like decent. And it's also the unicorns because that's why they're influencers because they have like a pretty decent, just genetically gifted body. And they're like, oh, well, this person so and so went from this to this in like 1 year. And I'm like, but that's not everybody. Like, I just had this conversation with one of my girls today, and she's like, I just really want my legs to come in. And I'm like, dude, like, you're ripped as much as we can get you. Like, it just might take a couple times of doing it. Like, and I had to I sent her like 4 years of shows in a row of what I did. And I was like, I didn't have quad lines until my fourth or fifth year competing. And she's like, you have such good quads. And I'm like, dude, it took me 5 years to get there. Like, don't worry. Like it just takes time. And like, you have to put in the time with it. And that's the hardest part for people to understand and like, and to see. And now there's like all these things with everyone wanting all these influencer coaches, and they themselves have done one or two shows for the most part of what I've seen, and it's just they just can't get people into shape, you know, and then they come in out of shape and then they get mad that they're like didn't win or whatever after so and so said that they were gonna win. It's like you have to be realistic about what you're getting into, you know, and it's and what the expectations are too. So I always tell people, I'm like, go watch a show, watch the national shows if you want to compete at a national level, buy the live streams, do it because you need to know what you expect. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell people if they're looking at a certain show, okay, let's look at last year. Who won? What do they look like? What kind of competitors were there? Like this is what you can expect. And it's hard. It's hard though. And I guess that's kind of a way to weed people out too, is they'll do a couple times and get bored of it, not get the results they want, and then they'll just be like, it's not for me.
I think, yeah, and there's a big overarching theme here is, the reality versus influencer game. Things look really shiny and pretty on the outside. But like Amanda had pointed out as well, it comes down to education. And it's a lot of false hopes, in their first show, but I think that's also the expectations that have been laid out by their coach. And reality is going to hit them come that first show. So if it happens, it happens. It's no one's fault, I would just say, of their own. And you can't control the outcome. And that's why I think I'm very glad that I was talking to someone else today about this too. Very glad to have grown up with subjective sports because in the end, you cannot control the outcome. And what you can do is just continue to show up and be better than who else decides to show up that day. All you can do is control yourself. And I think after that, it is what it is. And another good point to remember too is also to not leave the stage with frustrations about your placings that they also had talked about on the podcast too.
Yep.
Being able to walk away from the show, knowing your placings and not letting that carry with you is something about emotional control that I think all of us are whether, better or for worse, we really need to work on that, because emotional control is really what's going to carry you forward and towards becoming a professional in the sport. If you're going to be a professional, you have to act like one as an amateur.
Hmm. You
Mhm.
have to be it before you are that.
Right, right.
Yeah, I think there's just like I say this to my clients all the time. What you're willing to do needs to match what you want to do.
Hmm.
Because it does not. Like people just, and it's not that I'm like mind having this conversation. It's not that at all. Like, especially a newcomer, like, how would they know? Like, that's what our
Right.
job, that's part of our job is to educate them and to be like, hey, this is where we need to be. It's going to take probably about this much time, but we'll see how you respond, blah, blah, blah. Um, but goddamn, like it's just, I don't know what it is. It drives me crazy. I just look at, everything I've put into this, you guys have put into this. And I'm still like scratching and clawing my way for a first call out at a national show, and it's been like a solid 7 years. I've been weight training now, and I'm not big. I'm still a little too small everywhere. Like everywhere on me can grow. Of course, the glutes need to grow the most, but maybe not my arms, but like everywhere else on me needs to grow. And it's not like I'm a shitty responder. Like it's not that at
Yeah.
all. Like I respond, I would say like pretty averagely to weight training and drugs and everything. It's not like I'm a hyper responder, but I don't like just not respond at all. I would say I'm pretty average. Um, and it's just like I'm not over here like pissy and bitter. It's just like I just have to either get better or be done. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna always choose to just keep trying to get better. Like I'm gonna do it eventually. It's just like when it's my time, it's my time. When I've done it, I've done it. And that's the way it is. But I'm like, I just don't understand. Like I remember during COVID, Sandy Williamson was doing these lives on Instagram, and I think she was doing them with the Spectrum Fitness Productions, the owner of that show series. They were
Okay.
doing lives every single week, answering all the girls' questions about posing, about suits, about presentation. I have a notebook that thick. I wrote down every single thing Sandy said in that live. Like I did one little show. I had my ass handed to me because I was terrible. This is 2020. Everything's locked down. We're all in our houses. I'm watching every national show that's on YouTube. I watched every
Yep.
single routine. I'm listening to every interview. I'm watching every single thing Sandy and Tyler put out. I'm like trying to just, because that's what I could do. Like that's what I could control. I can't, obviously couldn't get on stage, couldn't do any of that, but I'm like, I'm going to educate myself on this sport. I'm listening to every podcast, listening to opinions and thoughts from all different sides of the coin on training, on nutrition, on fucking everything. Because isn't that what you fucking do? Like if you're trying to master something, like you want to know as much as you can about it. Like why wouldn't it's
Mhm.
just, it blows my mind. Like people just, not obviously, there's some people that do all this. Not that, everyone has to nerd out, but it's like, dude, know your sport.
I agree with you because I did the same. I can't remember what year it was, but I remember I went through, I think it was probably about 2020 into 2021 because that's when I was going for my pro card. And I was like, I'm gonna learn every single thing possible. And I went through as many pro show videos that were on YouTube of figure classes. I went through, followed other pros in the figure division, listened to podcasts, like everything possible that I could because I knew I needed to level up to that point in order to become a pro. Like I had to have a pro mindset before it actually happened. And you have to compete and act like a pro instead of, having this like woe is me thing. Like during that year of 2021, I got second place 3 times until I got first finally. And it was that just like the little bit and like each show, I was right there in the middle and I got moved out at the last second. And like I want to make it clear, like it is okay to be frustrated. Like I was totally frustrated after those shows, being so close and then everyone also messaging you and being like, you got robbed and blah, blah. And I was like, you're not the judge. I'm not the judge. Like, I'm like, I appreciate the comment, but like that's kind of disrespectful to the other person that did win. Like they deserved it, you know? Like I just wasn't the best one on that day, and that's okay. And I'm just gonna keep working harder towards that. And because of that, it made me appreciate it more and like really value like what it is to be a pro instead of getting it on my first try. You know, I think a lot of people that do get it on their first try, like just don't appreciate it as much, you know, because they're just like, okay. And it goes with anything. If you just keep winning all the time, like what fun is that? You know, it's going through the struggle and the challenge and the growth that makes it so worth it and what makes it so fun, because why would everyone do it if it was easy, you know? Like we're some kind of masochists if we like to starve ourselves and do tons of cardio and you know all this kind of stuff. So it's like it's not for the glamour, it's not for the Instagram followers at all. It's just it's all personal. So yeah, I'm with you on that. It's just it's hard to see it sometimes when people and like I've had people come up and be like, "Well, so and so said that I could turn pro and this stuff." And I'm like, "Maybe." I'm like, "Have they done a show?" Well, yeah, see who you're getting your stuff from too, because there's also that noise that comes into play too, and it's happened to me before where people are in your DMs and they're like, "Oh, you look so good, you're gonna win, you're gonna sweep it." And like my first year at nationals, I got my ass handed to me, and I got some humble pie because I had no idea what I was getting into and never been to a national show, and I was like, "Oh, I was like, I'm gonna get my pro card at the show," and like, blah, blah, blah. This was 2018, and I got there and I went to registration. I was like, "Fuck." It's like there's some big girls here. And yeah, so sometimes you just have to have that humble pie too. So it goes with everything, but it kind of knocks you back down to where you should be. You know what I mean?
I feel like people can just say things with confidence, and then people that don't know a lot about the subject can be like, oh yeah, like there are plenty of local coaches here that
Mhm.
don't know what the living fuck they're talking about. And here's the thing, you guys, there are a lot of coaches that know way more than I do because they've been doing this for 30 years. They've been doing this as long as I've been alive. I am fully aware of where my knowledge is limited and where I know my shit. And when I'm limited, I reach out to people that know way more than me. I utilize resources for that exact reason. Like I don't talk out of my scope. I don't do any of that. I'm fully aware of that. But there are coaches here that will have competitors do things. And I'm like, they outlawed that posing 5 years ago. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't tell her to wear that suit. Don't tell her to wear like that kind of connector. Like, if you're confused, look at the pros. Look at all of the pros that are in the first call outs in any of the divisions at all of the shows. What are they
Yep.
doing? What are they wearing? What does their posing look like? Like, there's coaches here that will have girls in bikini do the stallion pose at a local show. And I'm like, there are zero pros because the judges have said, don't do it. Why would you coach? You know what I mean? It's like shit, like you're not even paying attention. Like you're not even, people are paying you however much they're paying you a month. And you don't even stay up to date on the standard of the division you're coaching. Like it's insane. And these coaches will have like, I don't know, 70 clients and none of them show up
Yeah.
none of them show up in shape. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys, like
Mhm.
what
But it's
is,
going to be
My
even more
question is how
important.
they get that many, like to believe the bullshit. Like that's
Oh, it's possible. Tell me. I'll tell you. I know
yeah,
exactly who she's talking about. But yeah, no, if you can market really well, you can sell a pig. I don't care what it is. You can do it. And
that's
the other
true.
thing too is that it's really important for coaches right now who want to coach the fit model division because it's changing so rapidly. If they're
Yeah.
not paying attention and they're like, oh, just going to use the Ashley Kaltwasser model photo, that's not going to work.
No.
That's not going to get your athlete to the overall championship. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. You got to be on every single show that is showcasing the fit model if you really want to coach it. Because like now that we have pros out there who are fit model pros, I hope you've watched that show and
Yep.
watch what the expectations are because it's only going to get more advanced from here,
Mhm.
which is my other argument about having this division. But anyway,
Right. Well,
it's
I
only
mean,
getting harder and shredded. It's going to become bikini for what it is now.
yeah, I mean, you even look at just how much like wellness has progressed in the last like
Yeah.
what 4 years that it's been since we've had it.
Well, the first time was the Tampa 2020.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the first wellness show. Yeah. And that was a train wreck. They had so many butt implants because it was all the Miami girls.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's on YouTube. I should try to watch
Oh,
it.
it is. Because I
Oh,
was watching the live stream at the time. It was because it was Megan's debut in figure.
oh, that's right. And
Yep.
Megan is gonna do women's physique, and I'm super pumped.
Hmm.
So
I know.
shout out to Megan. That's also good. She's coming back to Tampa to do women's physique 5 years later. That's so dope.
I
So
know
dope.
I've been following her whole prep thing.
Hmm.
Looks so good.
Yeah, because she's coached by Cameron too, same as you guys. So if
Hmm.
Yep.
listeners didn't know that, I know you guys knew that. But yeah, Megan, I'm so glad that she switched to women's physique because she started training upper body and it was just like, and I was like, yep, like you just belong in women's physique. You're made for it. Like just stay there, please. But no, I'm super pumped for her. I've talked to her a little bit, like here and there and stuff, and just really pumped. I think she's gonna do really well. Yeah, I'm excited for her. And taking 5 years off, that's a hell of a lot of time. So kudos
I'm
to her.
coming up on that.
You're coming up on 5 years already?
Well, it was 2022. I'm being dramatic. I know. It
Okay.
feels like 5 years, but
Feels
yes, it's
like
been
forever.
3.
It's that meme
Yeah.
of like, it's been 84 years from Titanic.
Better get pro card the first year I come back. No, just
No, I get it. And
kidding.
you know,
Yeah.
it's so funny too, like, I don't know if I should say this, but okay, I'm gonna say it. I don't give a fuck. At our gym, it's a local gym, Little Fargo. It's just funny to see all the people that walk around there that think that they're bigger than they are because they've never been to any other gym outside of Fargo. So in Fargo, sure, you might be a bigger person. This is fucking Fargo. It is small. And or who have done one show and been like, I placed pretty well, like I'm gonna get my pro card. And it's like, you don't know shit about fuck. Like, sorry. But like it's just it's hard sometimes. So I go in there trying to be just a good role model for everybody, like emulating what a pro bodybuilder is, because I'm the only one there that's a pro. And so yeah, it's kind of frustrating sometimes though. And it's hard because you just want to help too, but at the same time, they're just kind of like a little delusional. But then like other people just sit there and hype them up and hype them up, and I'm like, you'll learn, they'll learn. It's just I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating sometimes, is all. Being from a
And the
local
thing, like,
gym.
I don't get frustrated for people being where they're at in the learning process. Like I wouldn't expect someone to come in and in their first year. No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
No, 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 not at all.
It's like someone that's years and years and they take zero care to learn and
Yes.
educate themselves on all of this stuff. It's just like, and they, you know what I mean? It's just like, if you're assuming you're a competitor, right? Like if you're just recreational lifting, this is completely void. But it's, I don't know, it's just like it's having that respect for all of this. And not only that, it's only going to help you. It's only going to help.
Correct.
The more informed you are about all of this, it comes into play. Like as you're practicing your posing, you'll make sure you don't pick up these bad habits because you're like, Sandy and Tyler said they don't want to see this kind of posing, or Sandy and Tyler said that they, like this girl, I was following this pro and they gave her feedback that they like this color suit on her. I have really similar hair and skin tone to her. Maybe I should try that. You know what I mean? It's just like paying
Little
attention.
things like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. Because
Yeah.
we've all seen those people that compete year after year after year and look the same every single time, you know? And it's like, you're just like a hamster on a wheel there, buddy. So, yeah. But no, there's the thing that I do really, and I do have to say, I enjoy about our gym is that there are a lot of young people who are very into bodybuilding. So that is super fun because, like, you see a lot of kids in there, and I say kids as in like 20 to 23-year-olds now. And I'm like, oh, I remember when I was that age and I just love taking like mirror selfies. And now I'm just like, I just want to get in and get out, you know? And so it's fun to see that too, though. And like, there is a very big young population at the gym. and it's fun because then, you know, we get to talk to them and kind of give them little tips here and there of just like, hey, try this on your training and stuff. And like everyone's very perceptive to it. So like it's fun. That is the fun part, is just knowing most of the people in the gym too, being that it is a smaller community. And like we do have a really good gym community. So I agree with Amanda that it's the older people and stuff that do that kind of stuff, and just the older coaches around the area that don't want to change their ways, so to say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even some of the, it's just like, it's just someone that's not taking any intention to be informed about their sport. You know what I mean? That's like really what it is. Like, I mean, even, um, like you were talking about gym environment, this prep, I completely switched gyms. Like I am out of a bodybuilder gym, quote unquote, completely, except for the weekends. I joined this, it's more like a training center, to be honest. It's like they
Okay.
have everything I need equipment wise, but it's like it's a really nice gym, but they have like this full track and all this stuff. And they mainly train like high school kids. They do all their
Oh, nice.
conditioning there.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So there's a lot of like football players and all that stuff. And they do all their training and conditioning there. And then the parents, you'll see like moms and dads working out while they're working out. You guys, not a tripod to be seen. It is fucking phenomenal. Not one tripod. Not, I shouldn't say no one self-worshiping. Some of the young guys get in there and they do it a little bit, but
The little college kids, and they're just
oh
like
yeah, for sure.
flexing. Oh
Totally.
yeah, it's great.
And they're all in high school. And some of these guys are huge. Like they're squatting like 5 plates. I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
There's like this little soccer team that comes in. The little girls are doing pull-ups. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I love it so much. But it's mostly just like normal ass people just trying to get in the gym and take care of themselves and train. And it has been the most peaceful thing. And on the weekends, I drive up north to either the Golds up here or Armbrust because I need an area to pose. Um,
Mhm.
that has like halfway decent lighting. And I go like Saturday, I was at Gold's, and I know everyone's so tired of everyone like shit talking people with tripods and stuff. It's not even that necessarily. It's not that the fact they have a tripod set up. It's not even that. Because we all have had to film our training to send it to our coaches and all that stuff. So like,
Give it a
yes,
break. Mhm.
yeah, it's not that at all. But there are so many people that are not even like really training. They're spending all this time trying to get the right angle. And I'm watching it happen. And I'm like, if
Mhm.
you spent half the amount of energy on your training that you are trying to get the right angle, quote unquote, with your
Yep.
thing, your physique
Right.
would be so much further along. And they're just like, the best way I
Yep.
can describe it is they're trying to look like they're about it when they're not actually about it.
Right.
And I'm like, film your training
It's
session. I don't
it's
care.
it's
But
going to be short-lived. So that's the thing.
yeah, like get in there and train, like actually train. And if you're a coach or you're filming yourself to watch your form or to send to a coach, you get feedback, like 100%. I ask my clients for training videos. Like it's not that they're filming, but you can always tell if someone's
You
filming
can tell.
and if they're like doing 3 reps and then going and looking and then doing 4 more reps and then moving the camera and then they just, the whole session is that. And I'm like, and they're like so over the top done up. And it's just like, what the fuck?
I have literally seen a girl come into the gym, and she's an influencer or whatever, change outfits
Yeah.
and do stuff at the gym with her tripod. And I'm like, and then walked out. I've seen a couple come into the gym, take like pictures together, like on the equipment, and then just leave. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, it's so, and that's the kind of thing that makes it hard for us as coaches to ask our clients to get them to do it, because clients are like, they see all that and they're like, well, I don't want to look like I'm that person at the gym, because I've had them be like, I'm just really nervous to film myself. And I'm like, okay, I get that, but like, do you want to get better, or do you want to keep doing things the same way? So like, this is for you to get better. Like, you have to remember that. It doesn't matter like what you look like at the gym. I'm here to help you get better. Like, that's why I need these videos. So it's like, and you don't have to
Right.
film everything. I just asked for like 2 per training session. So like that's it. Not even a ton. And it's hard to get people to do that because it's already given. Some people have abused it, and some people have given it a stereotype, and like I'll carry around my tripod in there. I set it right next to my machine though, and then when I'm going to use it, I set it up and whatnot. But like, I also don't get upset if someone walks through it and whatnot, and I'm just like, just gonna keep going.
No, the worst ones are always when they set up the tripod. It's like on the opposite side of the room and they're trying to record their
Oh yeah,
influencer workout. But
then I'm like,
it
I don't give a shit. I'm walking through it.
a lot of these people, we're very lucky that when we joined a gym, there was the tour, there was that first free session with a personal trainer. That's the proper introduction because then they teach you etiquette as well. These newcomers are coming in and just joining right away, probably not getting that introduction to how to have proper etiquette. Simple things like, recording yourself and also, not standing in front of the dumbbell rack to do your curls. Like simple things like that goes such a long way where you just have some common sense. But again, it's going to be a lot of the new gym members who are our clients that are afraid to record themselves because of this, because there are those people with egos in the gym that are getting in the way and not showing that you can record for proper training reasons, not just for your posts. It's going to go on social media later that day.
Mhm.
So I don't blame them whatsoever to be afraid. And it's going to be pulling teeth, but there's a greater purpose for this. This is not for the gram. This is simply so that you can get better as a client.
Yep, yep. And like, I'll post stuff on my story sometimes of my training
Mhm.
just to show and explain like what I'm doing and why, and to show that like I'm doing the same things consistently over and over again. My program doesn't change week to week, and it's not just the try this back workout if you want a big back. Like, it's that's not it. Like, it's the same thing, progression each week, and not every week is going to be good progression. It's just how it goes. So I try to do that sometimes and just educate and inform. Like, that's all like that we all want to do, I think, is that. So, uh-oh, Carolyn's blurry.
I'm Casper.
You're like, I just wanted my background blurred, not my entire self. There you are.
There you
I
go.
know. It's like that happens sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we all got into this for the love of the training, and I
Mhm.
don't post for shit on my social media. And I don't mind people that do, that's fine. But there's just like, you can all, like, I know girls and guys that post a ton of really, like, a ton of content, but they are in there and they're fucking training. You know what I mean? They're in there working. And it's not like this, it's not to portray some image. Like, I'm wearing all the cute, like, popular brands and taking a picture in the mirror with somebody, and like they don't actually train. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to look like they're about it. And the thing
Yep.
is, you're just getting started. Like, that's phenomenal. But it's like, that's not what these people, I don't know, are doing. It's just, I don't know, it's driving me fucking nuts. I'm over it. I'm in the
Yep.
gym. I'm waiting
I'm
for
with you.
the squat machine, and you're fucking around staring at yourself, and you have the, like, you don't have any muscle on you yet. So like, spend less time staring at yourself in the mirror and get under the fucking bar. Like,
My
build some
favorite.
muscle.
My favorite is the need to flex and do poses in between every single set, but
Oh,
you're not, one, either lean enough to see anything, or two, you are a newbie, like Amanda said, and don't have any muscle yet. Like, just
What?
fucking pick up the weights and train.
Like, what are you flexing?
Yeah. Like, what
No,
can you actually see? Like, you can't.
I'm
Just
getting old, you guys.
it's like a goldfish looking at itself.
I'm getting old. I'm getting pissy. I can feel it happening.
Girl,
oh
you're
no,
2.5
I'm
weeks out.
there.
Don't even.
I'm there with you.
Yeah. When people try to ask to do something after 8 p.m., no, I'm at that point.
Oh yeah.
But
No.
you
That's
also
why I
go to
lost my
bed.
voice. Huh?
I said, yeah, but you go to bed like, so, well, you get up so early.
Yeah.
Right now it's like almost 8 o'clock. But yeah, no, I go to bed at 4. Well, wake up at 4:30.
Oh, yeah.
But it's bothering me because it's still like daylight, and I'm like, oh, it's summertime. I want to go do things now.
Yeah, I know. When it's the winter, it's a little bit easier because you're like, well, it's dark out.
Yeah, there's literally nothing to do when it's so cold. Kayla.
Ugh.
Welcome to North
Well,
Dakota.
It's amazing. Like you're wearing a tank top and it's like what, 40 degrees?
Oh no, it's hot today. It
45.
it's like 60.
Guys, I'm cold nonstop. It's retarded. Like,
You're also like
Well,
lean as hell right now.
I'm either
yeah.
cold or I'm so hot I'm fucking angry. Like I will wake up in a sweat and then I'm cold with the it's fucked up. I'm like, I'm so
Man
I
is
can't
like, is this
wait.
menopause already?
I cannot wait till all I'm taking is a multivitamin again. I'm so over it.
Now you know how I felt last year.
I can't control my temperature. I can't control my food. I have no emotion.
I'm just numb all the time.
I'm just fucked up right now. Like it's
Mm,
God. Like I'm like
I
the
will
whole
say
you
getting rid
really
of the
have to do
supplements is really nice.
prep.
I'm tired of injecting myself. Man,
Mhm.
I'm over it.
Feel like a little pin cushion and just, yeah, it just starts to suck after a
I'm like,
while.
do I need GH? I don't really think I've missed it. I'm like, I'm
I
good.
have to. I have to. I've been like, oh, I'm just really tired. Like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Like,
It's fine when you have body fat. When you don't have body fat and you're in IM injecting every injection, it fucking sucks.
oh,
I
that
can't even
Dude,
push enough.
okay, the other thing about the gym too is that with injections, the guys have been apparently on this kick about injecting their quads. And I'm like, what are you doing? And
look at
they
that.
actually, dude, I couldn't do it. I did it once with L-carnitine and I felt like my whole entire
Oh,
quad was like
oh,
a rock and I had to do cardio. I was
oh
like,
no.
never again am I doing this. Incline walking while my like my leg feels like
There's
a
like a
stiff
knot
leg.
in the leg.
It
L-carnitine
was so painful.
so bad. And I
L-carnitine
just feel
sucks.
like
Yeah, I haven't taken it since.
this is one of the things that pisses me off. Okay, sorry, I'm in a fucking
Go for it.
Rage.
like I've had several coaches. You should try injecting L like coaches. Okay, you
Yeah.
should try injecting L-carnitine. And I said, no, I've done it before. I don't like it because it's so painful. Like it feels like someone threw a softball at my leg. They're like, really? I've never heard that.
Oh
You've
yeah.
never heard that when like 60% of people that inject L-carnitine get really bad PIP or they just get like a knot. I'm like, you've never, so you've told one person to do it before. That's how I know you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm like, that's one of the main reasons
Yep.
no one does it because it's like so commonly painful. And it's not
Mhm.
even like an injection site irritation. It just hurts. Like it causes pain in the muscle. Like Carolyn said, you can't even flex that muscle for like 5 fucking days because it
Nope,
hurts.
it's completely numb.
No. Try doing it in your glute and then foam rolling it. That fucking sucks.
Never heard someone say that. That's like being like, I've never seen a bikini pro wear blue bikini. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Ugh.
Like L-carnitine is great, but not very many people can tolerate it, and it's usually like at least once or twice a day intramural intermuscular injection, and it fucking hurts. So I did it for a little bit, and I just was like, I think after like a month, I was like, I'm done. Like
Yeah,
I
you
just
were in pain, Kayla. You were in
yeah,
pain.
it was
It was
not good.
bad.
I had like even like nerve damage like down my hip. Like I couldn't like it was like a numb spot there, and I was like, what in the world? And went away now, but it just for a while it was really weird. I was like, it's
You know
weird
what
stuff
works
doing
even
that.
better? Like what works way better than L-carnitine? Almost every other fat burner that exists, and it's not painful.
Clen for the win.
Literally.
hmm I'll take the shakes over that any day.
Seriously. Yeah. Over actually being able to like use that muscle again.
hmm
Also, L-carnitine will do nothing for your appetite.
No.
So what's the point?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my biggest concern. I
And
don't
a
know
lot
about
of
other
people too
people.
will take it in the will say like take it in the off season to like stay leaner. Well, just fucking take GH. Like it's gonna be way better for you anyways than taking L.
Everyone that says L-carnitine keeps them leaner are people that are naturally super lean anyway. I'm like,
Yeah.
you look the same and you're always lean anyway. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's like, guys,
Yep.
I've never seen someone or heard of someone that was like, maybe they exist, but I've never seen it. They're like battle getting too heavy in the off season, took L-carnitine. Holy fuck, I'm 10, 15 pounds leaner.
Yeah,
Never
no.
seen it. It's always the super lean people like, oh, take L-carnitine. Like, bitch, you are lean always anyway.
Yep, I agree.
Or it's also that, they have a sponsorship to fulfill. That's all.
Yeah, that too. But
Yeah, especially all these new peptides and
oh God, don't we can save that for another day because that's a whole other
yeah,
topic.
I know. I'm glad Luke made that post the other day because I was like, thank you. Those are the only two that are legitimate out there right now
Oh,
until we
the
get
post
more
that Luke made
studies.
about the peptides?
hmm Yeah, just BPC 157. That's it. And don't stay on it.
Yeah.
There's so many Gen Pop that are asking me about BPC 157, and I'm like, are you having surgery, ACLs? If not, no.
Yeah. I've
Don't waste
had
your money.
all of a sudden this like SLU PP whatever number is next. That one came up and I was like, what the fuck is this now? And they're like, oh, it's a fat oxidization thing. And I'm like, okay, well, like this is brand new. Like, why would you put that in your body? Like, no thanks. I don't
It's
know. The
called
whole
breathing.
peptide thing just I'm not all for it. Certain ones, sure, but not all of them. If you're
We could
gonna
talk
take
about
them, just take stuff that's been studied, you know.
we could talk about SARMs.
We can talk about that next week, next time.
Yeah. Let's add that to the conversation.
Yeah.
Wait, and Amanda's still feeling extra spicy 1 week out.
Yeah, if you have to miss next time,
Let
totally
us know.
fine.
I'll be fine. I'll be
Yeah,
good.
because you'll be in
It'll
peak
be
week
peak
next
week.
time.
Yeah, I will. I'll be
So
peak pissy form. No, I'm just kidding.
just
Maybe we'll
just
get a really good rant.
yeah, maybe something good in the bodybuilding community will come out and we'll fire it up.
I have no idea what Cameron's peak week is going to be like. I'm excited. It'll be
Right?
a whole new journey.
Hmm.
I'm excited. This is gonna be fun
It'll be
because you're the
interesting.
you're the guinea pig for
Mhm.
me.
I was
I
say,
mean,
there you go, Carolyn. You know what to expect now.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
it's bikini. There's not going to be much going on. It's like,
No, it sounds better than it really is.
I know. It's like maybe, I mean, I'm guessing like he may deplete me a little and then fill me up a little and then there you go. You know what I mean? It's not like,
Like I
I
can
mean,
imagine this
honestly,
coming week to a depletion and then you're gonna be filled right up.
yeah.
yeah,
Like
but
best
it's fun.
case scenario is just going into it and like nothing really changes. You just pull stress back by like pulling cardio down and just doing steps kind of
Uh,
thing. And like you just kind of like just
I
right into the
fucking love
show.
peak
That's
week.
best case scenario.
Peak week is so fucking cool because it's like every single day there's something different. Yeah,
Mhm.
I love that more than show day is peak week.
He feels like, okay, I'm actually going to be competing. All right. It's
Right.
like happening because like I've been in prep since January.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like since January 7th. I'm like, God damn.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
I
fucking,
was thinking about it too because I was like, yeah, last time we were together was at the Arnold and you're 2.5 weeks out. I was like, what? Where did time go? I'm kind of shook. Kind of hit
yeah.
me a
It's
little
gonna be
hard just now.
June. It's gonna be halfway through the year already.
No.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
I
and I've
know.
made zero progress. What the fuck?
Oh, you've made progress.
Even when it feels like you haven't. I know. I felt like I still, yeah, I don't know. I'm not the one to talk right now because I feel like I'm like the poster child for feeling like you don't make progress.
Hey,
That day
you
is like
you had a really good fat loss initially, and that was the reason why this prep has been so good.
it,
Because you
yes,
set yourself up for it.
that. And yeah, I just feel like this has been the smoothest prep I've ever had by far. And I'm really grateful for that. And also, I'm just super nervous for the actual shows, but I'm always like that. Look,
I did.
Dan!
hi. He arrived this time. I wasn't.
I know. He's missed the last two.
I know, but he was off work today for Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget that it's Memorial Day. Well, I didn't forget. I just forget everybody else gets off work that day.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
But no, we've all if you don't go through the mindset and the worry of like, am I making enough progress? Am I big enough? Am I lean enough? Like you're not trying hard enough then because it's or you don't care hard enough because it's literally happens every single time. Like I've been doing this 10 years now too, and like every single year. I'm like, one week it'll be like, I'm awesome. This is really great. Next week, I'm like this week, I'm like, I look fat. And I'm like, I don't look fat. Like I'm still like 126 pounds. Like nothing changed. It just had my period. So it just makes you think that way. It's prep goggles, man.
You guys, I got my period on Friday.
Holy shit.
I am pissed.
It's
What
good because then
not only
hopefully it
that,
doesn't mean your show.
no,
Yeah.
it was I will be because I got it a week late, which was so I was like totally convinced I was missing it,
Okay.
skipping it. But if it's on track, it'll be like the show day will be like 21 day 21. So I will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most intense, horrible period I've had in a hot minute. Like
That's the
really
worst.
bad cramps. Like because I was thinking like, oh, it might be a little bit of a lighter one just because being
'Cause
leaner.
you're getting leaner. Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
Nope, nope, nope. It was horrendous. I was like, Cameron, we're gonna need to amp up the anabolics and the estrogen blockers, but like I'm
You're
not.
like, there's too much estrogen right now.
If I had to compete, I was so bloated. I couldn't even like sort of hold my stomach together. Like it was like I was pregnant. It was so uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And starting yesterday, I felt okay, but I was like, isn't one of the perks of dying during prep is that you lose your freaking period? I was like, what the hell?
Yep.
Ugh.
No, okay. I literally got mine the same day and I had the same issue. Like I had such bad cramps, like, and just super, super tired. Like I fell asleep on the couch at like 8 o'clock and I was like, I'm just fucking wiped out. And like even today still, I'm just like, I've been just kind of like cranky and just like every little thing is like pissing me off a little bit. And I'm like, ooh, I'm like, I just need to just be quiet and just leave the gym today. Like, not gonna talk to anybody. So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all that. So here we are.
okay. Well,
I know you gotta go, dude. I love you
yeah.
guys.
I
Yeah.
gotta go.
Enjoy.
You guys gotta go to bed. Well, Carolyn's gotta go to bed. But love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.